Hey guys, welcome back to another episode in the Kotlin series. In this episode, I'm going to show you guys how to do default parameters and named arguments with functions. Up to this point, we've learned how to do functions within Kotlin and also how to do parameters and returning values from functions, okay? For default parameters, this is a way of setting a default value for a function parameter so that you can call a function without having to pass that parameter in. And if you don't pass it in, it'll just use the default value. So I think it's best if I just show you an example here. So we could do, for example, a greet function. So this greet function will expect a name, and we could make this a string, and we could say print line. And this is something that we made last episode, but if you want to call this function now, we could just do greet, and then we could say Bob, right? To do a default parameter, all you got to do is add on to this parameter that you already have and just set, after the equal sign, a default value for this parameter. So we could set it to, we can make Bob the default, we can make Cody the default, you can make it whatever you want, as long as it matches the actual type that you have specified. So if it's an integer, obviously you would want a whole number. If it's a string, you would obviously want a string, right? So we'll set the default as Mr. Jenkins, naturally. So now if we call greet with Bob as the parameter value, the argument, we can run it and it'll still say hello Bob, right? But then if we remove Bob, it'll still be able to call the function, except that now it's going to use the default value, so Mr. Jenkins. There we go, it says hello Mr. Jenkins. So hopefully that makes sense so far. So another example is we can make a calculate area function. And so we'll have a parameter double type, and the default for this will be 10.0, and then we'll also have a height, which is a double. I'll make the default for this 10.0 as well. And then now inside of here, we can specify the calculation. So we'll just do width times height, right? But this is invalid now because we're trying to return a value from a function when we have not specified the return type. So since we're multiplying two doubles together, the result of that should be a new double. So we will specify the return type as a double. But since we have default values set for these two parameters here, the width and the height, we can now call this function without even passing anything in for these. Because if we don't, it'll just use the default. So for example, we could do calculate area, just leave it how it is, and it'll just give us the area of 10 and 10. All right, we're not printing anything, so we'll take this. So we'll do that just to print it out. Let's run it again. So we get the area as 100 because those are the default values being multiplied together. So obviously, if you want to calculate the area of something that doesn't have the dimensions of 10 and 10, what you would do is simply pass in the values that you actually want. So if we want a width of 12 and a height of 14, then you can do that. But it's expecting a double, so that's why it's complaining. So just do .o to specify it as a floating point number. And now, if we run this, we should get whatever the result of 12 times 14 is. There we go. What's cool about this, though, is that if you want to use the default value for one parameter but not the other, you can do that. So, for example, what I mean is that if we want to calculate the area of a width that is not 10, then we specify it like we did here. But let's just say that we want the height to be whatever the default is, which is 10. We don't even have to pass it in. So you only have to pass the ones in that you either want to override or don't have a default value specified for the parameter. I'll give you guys one more example that I think is a little more interesting. So we'll do greet with title, and we'll have two parameters for this. We'll have a name, just like we did above, but we're also going to have a title parameter, which is also going to be a string. And the title is just going to be something like Mr., Dr., Mrs., stuff like that, right? Just formal titles. We'll set a default for the title, which will be Mr/Mrs., so that if you're trying to greet someone and you don't know their title, the default will just be more ambiguous, like either Mr. or Mrs., okay? So now we can call this function by doing greet with title. And for this, we have to pass in a name because there's no default value for the name parameter. So we do control P, we have name, which is a string. And then for title, we can clearly see that there is a default. It indicates that for you here. So the only one that's required is the name to be able to call this function. So we could say Billy. And if we run this now, it'll say Mr/Mrs. Billy because it doesn't know. But if we know their title, like doctor, for example, we can do that. So control P, it'll tell you more information, and also it tells you right here. So now if we run this again, we get hello, Dr. Billy. There we go. Something else that you can do with functions is do named arguments. So all this means is that when you're passing in arguments to a function, when you're passing in values to the parameters of the function, you can specify the parameter name. This is especially useful when you have a function with many parameters and it gets a little confusing, or when you want to pass in arguments out of order. So let me just show you, okay? So for example, if we want to calculate the area of a rectangle, we could do var rectangle is equal to calculate area. Here we go. So we're calling that calculate area function, returning the value into this variable here, and then printing out the value of the variable. So currently the parameters are in order of width and then height. But if for some reason you want to specify it in a different order, you can actually just specify the name when you're actually calling the function. So for example, if you want to specify the height first rather than the width second, you could do height is equal to 5.2, and then width is equal to 6.0, like that. So now we're passing in the same things, just in a different order. So these variables here, these parameters here, when you actually run the function, will still have the same values in it if you specify the names correctly, the width and the height. But by specifying the name as we did, we can pass it in any order, because we're essentially telling Kotlin which parameter that we're targeting. So named arguments, as you can see, are most useful when you want to pass in parameters in a different order than they're assigned when you specify the function definition. But they're also useful when you have a function that has a lot of parameters, because sometimes you're going to have functions that can get way more complex than what we've got here. So just to make it more clear to yourself, even if you're passing in the parameters in the proper order, you can still give them names if you want to, just to make it more clear, okay? So I'll give you guys one more example. So we have this display user info function I just created. So this accepts a name, an age, and a city. So it simply prints out the message, name is 8 years old and lives in city. So to call this function, we can either use standard positional arguments, which means that the order matters. The order depends on how you specify when you're defining the function. Or you can use named arguments where the order does not matter because you're specifying the names of the parameters that you're targeting. So we get Bob is 30 years old and lives in New York, and then the same thing again. So that's it. That's all I want to show you guys. That's how you can do default parameters with Kotlin functions and also named arguments. Hopefully that all made sense. Default parameters are a way to set default values for function parameters so that when you call the function, you don't actually have to pass it in if you don't want to. In that case, it'll just use the default. And then named arguments are a way to pass arguments to a function or parameter values to a function by specifying the parameter name. So that way you can specify it out of order or just add more clarity to your function calls, okay? So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, everybody, and peace. So that's it for this video, everybody. I really hope you learned something new. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Make sure to also check the description below for important links to code and other resources, but also really important, join our Discord. We have a big community of over 5,000 programmers, and it's a place where you can find new friends or get help on any code that you're stuck on. If you want to support what I do on this channel, please consider hitting the join button below, and this will allow you to support my channel for as low as $1 a month, but there are different tiers to choose from if you want to. For anyone that becomes a member on my channel, you get a special rank on my Discord server, early access to new videos, and you can just see yourself on the screen right now. So if that sounds cool to you, feel free to join. If you don't want to, that's fine. If you can't, that's okay too. I really just appreciate you watching the video anyway. Thank you so much. And that's it. Peace.